Hi all of you, is my sound is audible? Anybody tried that S3 bucket and EVS volume part?
I tried that IP one actually, it is working.
Which one
Maybe
is that?
the IP, the static IP in the first class. So
Okay, what about
that
a storage one?
the storage not yet tried actually. I'm going to try it by tomorrow's class and I will let you know.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are going to see the EFS volume. Okay, and there are some limitation in the EPS volume. The limitation where it can be connected to one machine only at a time. Second limitation was it should be in the same availability zone as of your EC2 instance, then only it will work. If your two EC2 instances are there, which is running in one A and one B, and if your EBS volume is present, and if your EBS volume is just present inside the one A, then it can connect only to the EC2 instance which is running in one A. That was the limitation there. Now, coming to the EFS part, EFS can solve these two problems. Okay, how they can solve it. So for doing this, let me just show you here. First, what we are going to do is I am searching here, not here. Now we have to search here EFS, Elastic File System. This is a network-based storage. Okay, click on this EFS part. In my case, I already have one storage there, so let me just delete it. So you have to simply click on create file system, okay, and give the name here. I'm giving the name as like my EFS something, and click on create. A EFS file system is going to be created like this. But they did not ask about size or something, right? When we are creating the EVS volume, remember, they were asking for availability zone, they were asking for the size, right? But these all things they are not asking. So then what is the size they given? So here the size they are giving only 6 KB, like that it is saying total size is 6 KB. Okay, but this is not the case. They give you much more size. Okay, that much size even you cannot utilize it, that I will show you later. Okay, so if you click on this my EFS part, click on this my EFS. So they are saying basically we are starting this size is this one. Okay, and if I'll click on access point in not access point network, okay, so they are saying currently we are creating the network. Okay, so see sometimes what happens now, basically take an example, you are living in a multi-floor building, right? You are living in the multi-floor building. So when you are living in a multi-floor building, that doesn't mean that now you have to buy the three broadband connection for getting the internet, right? What we can do is we can buy a broadband connection, okay, to our building, okay. And what we can do is we can attach the multiple router or we can use the extendable router, right? And on each floor we'll be keeping one router, okay, that will be connected to the same broadband connection, right? One will be acting as a main router, other will be acting as a repeater type of the thing. Like even in the hotels everything you will see that for every floor they have a separate wi-fi, okay, or even in the room also they decide that this particular room will be connected to this particular wi-fi, like that. So it is not like they are having the multiple connection, 100 rooms are there, so 100 wi-fi connection, like that they keep it 100 broadband connection. No, there will be multiple router, they set it up, okay. So exactly same thing they are also doing. What they done is they created three network. Why only three network? Because currently we are working in the Mumbai region. Okay, and in the Mumbai region, in this particular region, there is three availability zones are there. Three availability zone is like three different floors, right? So that's why they configured the network for all the three things. Now, if I'll refresh, it will be available, right? So what is the 1A, 1B, 1C? What is this IP address basically? So basically they are saying if your EC2 instance will be running in 1A, they will connect to this EFS volume. EFS volume is basically a network-based storage, right? So you can use this particular IP to connect for 1A. Okay, if your machine is running, EC2 instance is running in 1A, and you want to connect to the same EFS volume, then you will be using this IP address. Similarly, for 1C, you will be connecting using this IP address. Okay, 1A person cannot connect using this IP address because this IP address belongs to the 1C region, 1C zone basically. Okay, but at last, by any of these IP, okay, it doesn't matter which IP you are connecting or which router you are connecting, right? At last, your internet is going to be out from that a single broadband connection that came to your home, right? So similarly, all these IP addresses pointing to a single storage by EFS only. So is this part is clear to all of you, this understanding that we have the three different IP address for three different availability zone. Now, no matter in which availability zone our EC2 instance is running, at last will be connected to the same EFS volume only. Okay. Any confusion?
So one connection, we connect all these three IPs through one connection only, right? That's how it is going to work.
No, see,
example.
internally, AWS configured. Okay. So see, something like this, just try to understand now that availability zone is just like a three different floor, first floor, second floor, third floor, right? Now all the persons are required the internet connection, right? So first floor person cannot connect to the router of the third floor because range will be not there. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they will be connected
To the first
particular
one.
router of first floor only. Similarly, second floor person will be connected to this particular IP only. But at last, all of them are going to get the internet access, right? Because all these router are connected to a single broadband connection, right? So similarly, all these IP addresses connected to a single storage. So no matter this person is connecting to this IP, this person is connected to this IP, at last they all are going to access the data from this particular storage only.
Yeah, the
Okay.
storage can be like one router, and these are the three connections, right?
Like that,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Got it. Thank you.
So once we got this, and see also, since this is a network based storage, so maybe the person just living nearby you, right? They also can try to connect to your Wi-Fi or something like that, right? And they can access this type of the storage. And if this storage is a little bit secure, then it will be really difficult, right? So in that case, that's why they are enabling some security groups here. And that's why they are saying if your EC2 instance will have this particular security group in the list, then only that particular EC2 instance can connect to this IP, right? So basically all the machine are having the same security group here. So whichever the EC2 instance you want to connect to either of these three IP, make sure that EC2 instance is having one security group attached to them. It is just like a password or authentication or ID card type of the thing. Okay. If this ID verification will be done with your EC2 instance, then only they will let you connect to this. Like in home also, when we enter the password, then only they let us connect to that particular Wi-Fi router, right? So exactly same thing here it is done by the security group. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Now let me show you how to connect to this particular storage. So take an example, there is an instance with me, which is running in currently 1B. Okay. This instance is running in 1B. I'm starting this. One more instance I'm starting in 1B. First, I am going to show you that it can connect to multiple EC2 instance at the same time. And also I have to connect it in some different availability zone also. So currently it is only 1B. So I'm launching one more instance. EC2 EFS testing, something like this. And I'm selecting Amazon Linux second AMI. Instance type will be t2.micro. Key pair, we'll select one. And here, just we'll make sure that it should schedule to 1A availability zone only. In the subnet, we are giving the preference that you have to start in 1A only. And that's it. Everything will be as it is. Simply launch the instance. So now one EC2 instance is going to be launched in 1A availability zone. That is the thing. So previously three were there, two were in 1B. Now you'll see one is getting started in 1A. All good. Okay. Now all the three machine, 1, 2, 3, right? All these three machine, let me just sort it out for me. Now, all this machine, if they want to connect, right, to this particular EFS volume. So first we have to make sure about this IP address, right? If it is running in 1A, we have to use this IP address. If it is running in 1B, we have to use this IP address. Similarly for 1C. Okay. Now, if we come here, uh, let me connect first to, let me connect to this particular 1B first. I'm connecting to this machine. This is running in 1B. Clear it all. Become the root user. Okay. And just give me a second, 2 minutes. Okay. So we are at this point that we want to connect to this particular storage. So currently, if you'll see here, df-h if we'll do, okay. So there is no storage. We are seeing any extra storage is here or something, okay. But if you'll try to connect, so first how to connect to this particular things, okay. So you have to simply use the command here. You don't require to do the format, nothing you have to do because EFS volume already comes with all these things, okay. So simply what you have to do is you have to create a directory here, okay. In my case already there are some directories there. So you can create a directory with the name called, take an example, EFS volume, something like this, okay. This type of the directory you can create. And if we'll come here, so this is the directory now created. And if you want to mount, right, so you'll be simply writing here mount. And then since this machine is running in 1B, okay, this machine is running in 1B, whatever the EC2 instance I'm connected to, this is running in 1B. So what we have to do is we have to copy the IP address of 1B, this IP address, okay. I have to copy this IP address, okay. And I have to come to this particular machine. And just give here colon slash and then give the directory name like EFS volume like this. If you press enter and see, this is not going to be mounted. It is going to give some error here. Okay. So after some time it will say fail to connect or something. Why? Because we missed one thing. What part we missed? I said you that all the EC2 instance cannot connect to this particular IP address, right? The EC2 instance, which is having a security group here, right? With the name called default, whatever the security group here, it is showing default one, right? If this will be attached, then only this particular EC2 instance can connect. So I have to click on action, click on security, click on change security group. And here you have to just search for the default security group because that is the name they are asking for. Click on add security group. It is added. Both are visible here. Simply click on save. Once you'll do the same here, then again, if you'll try to run the exactly same command, and this time you are seeing that it is going to be mounted. And see, it's got mounted. And if I'll do the df-h now, so see, we are seeing one extra storage coming from this particular IP address, 8 exabyte. Okay, E is for exabyte. How big is exabyte? That also I will tell you in some minute. Okay. But meanwhile, this storage is connected to this directory. Okay. Now, similarly, one thing that if somebody is getting confused with this IP address, right? So AWS say we have a DNS name here. DNS name is just like a URL. Okay. So if somebody is going to use this URL, like see how intelligent this URL is. If somebody is going to write the command here, nslookup is a command to find the IP address from the URL. We'll press enter. So see, they are using the exactly same IP address, 14.97, what we used, right? So if I, rather than using this particular IP address, you can use this DNS also. It will also work. And this DNS is so intelligent. If you are going to run it in 1B machine, they will print the IP address of 1B. If this DNS you are running in 1A machine, they will print this IP address. If you are running in 1C, they are printing here like that. Okay. Second thing, what I'm going to do is, first I'm quickly connecting IP address security group to this particular machine also, which is running in 1A. Okay. Click on action. Find for default. Click on add security group. Click on save. Similarly, in this machine also, which is running in 1B, I'm just adding a security group here. Change security group. Here also I'm adding the default. Add security group. Come down, click on save. So now security group is added to all the 3 EC2 instances, right? So in this machine, we already connected the storage. Now let me connect it to 1A machine. I am connecting to this particular machine also. And similarly, let me connect to one more machine. So basically, we are going to connect to 3 EC2 instances parallelly. 2 are running in 1B, 1 is running in 1A. So all the 3 machines we are present. In this machine, we already connected the storage. So let me just show you here again. Here already this storage is connected. Okay. in this machine is also running in, this machine is running in 1A. Okay. So rather than doing the IP address here, right? Either I can mention the IP address, this IP address basically to connect that I earlier shown you, or I can use this DNS name, and this DNS name is again so intelligent that if I'm going to write here the command called ns lookup, and here I will print. So see, it is not showing that particular IP, it is showing the 46.180 and 46.180 in 1A machine, because they know that this command you are running in 46.180 machine. Okay. Basically in 1A. Similarly, in this machine is running in 1B. Okay, this machine is running in 1B. Here, if I will do here ns lookup. So see, here it is showing 14.97. Why? Because this machine is running in 1B. So they are automatically getting this IP address. Okay. So rather than manually writing the IP address, you can simply mount with the DNS also. Okay. Now again, the same thing, you have to create a directory. You can create a directory with any name. Okay. But for simplicity purpose, I am giving the directory name EFS volume here also. Okay. But you can go with any directory name. It's totally on you. Here you have to simply write mount rather than writing the public IP. This time I am writing the DNS name colon slash, and I want to mount it to the EFS volume, and it will be mounted because security group already attached, and it will do df-h. See, it is connected to the same storage 8 exabyte. Similarly, I am connecting to this machine also. I will simply say mount DNS colon slash, and here I don't think I created the EFS volume, so let me first create it. So I'm creating a directory here with the name called EFS volume, or let me give some different name, EFS volume new, something like this. And if I'm going to write mount DNS name colon slash to the EFS volume new, and that's it, it is mounted. If we'll do the df-h, this one also connected. So all the machines are 3 machines connected to the same storage parallelly. This one also, df-h, this one also, and this one is also connected to the same storage. Let me show you df-h. It one also connected parallelly. Okay. Now, if all are using the same thing, okay, no matter some are using DNS, some are using IP address, but at last they are connecting to the same storage of 8 exabyte. Okay. So if all are the same machine, so if from this machine, if I'm going inside the EFS volume directory, okay, currently there is no file present. Here also, if I'll try to go inside the directory called EFS volume, there is no file present. Here also, if we'll try to go inside the EFS volume, so there is no file present. Okay. Now from this machine, okay, in this machine, if I'm going to create a here called directory with the name called directory1. So directory 1 got created. But now the question is where this directory 1 got created. Is this created here locally in this machine, or it created in the EFS volume? So basically this created in the EFS volume. And since this directory 1 got created in the EFS volume, so even if you'll go in this machine and you will do ls, so say directory 1 is visible. And from here also directory 1 is visible. Make sense, all of you? Because all are connected with the same storage, right? Similarly, from this machine, if somebody is going to create a file with the name called file1, and they are writing some command output in the file1 like this, okay, and you will try to read the file1. So this is the content of file1, right? So this particular person created a file and he added some content, but he added in the same storage or to which this particular persons are also connected, right? So they will be also able to see here that there is a file one got created and in which somebody written this content. Similarly here also. So is this making sense to all of you that we are using the same storage parallelly to all the 3 machines, or any confusion in this?
Clear.
No confusion?
Yeah, no confusion. It is clear.
Okay. Now, do you know what is 8 exabyte storage is? Anybody?
I don't know.
No. So if you search here 8 exabyte in terabyte, all of you know TB.
Yeah.
TB is 1000 GB approx, right? So 8 into 10 to the power 6 terabyte. So this is such a huge storage, right? 1 terabyte is equal to 1000 GB. Okay, and if you are going to give, see how much it is. You can calculate here. Seeing this 8 million terabytes, something like this. Okay, so this is such a huge storage they are giving you. Now the question is, are they going to charge us for 8,000 in this one 8 million terabyte like that? So basically, they say here that AWS say basically whatever the data you are storing here, like currently your metered size is 6 KB. Okay, maybe take an example, you fill the data of 1 GB or 5 GB or 10 GB, right? So I'll be charging for that. How much storage you are using for that only I'll be charging. I'll be not charging for the entire thing separately. Make sense? That
Can you
means
please
if,
repeat?
see, basically they are giving you 8 million terabyte storage, right? So they are not going to charge for 8 billion terabyte because that will be the huge cost, right? So what they are saying is whatever the data you are using, like somebody given me 1 terabyte hard disk, but I am using only 550 GB. So they will be charging only for the 50 GB, not for the entire 1 terabyte. Okay, that is the thing. And by default, in the AWS free tier account, they give you up to 5 GB of storage. You can keep it in the EFS file system. That will be totally free. Okay. And after that, how much they charge? So you can simply search for EFS volume pricing. Like this, you can search for. And if you'll see here, they will tell you that how much they charge for elastic file system pricing. And in the Mumbai region, there is not written here. So anyhow, let me show you here. It is like for North Virginia region, take an example, it is charging $0.08 per month. Okay, that means if you are going to use 100 GB, okay, if you are going to use 100 GB, so they will be charging you $8 per month. So it is not like any high charges or something, right? For 100 GB, somebody is charging you $8 per month, so that's a normal thing, right? So they charge you for that only. How much data storage you are using. They are not going to give you some unlimited thing or something like that. Okay, and if you are going, and this is about the standard one. That means if EC2 instance is created in any of the availability zone, then it should be connected. But if you are going with only one zone as per the EBS volume, okay, so basically only EC2 instance running in one particular zone will be only connected to your EFS volume. That means you are going to use only one IP address. So in that case, they will be charging you $0.043. Okay, so basically here, if you will try to calculate for 430 GB, something like that, 430, right? For 100 GB, it will be costing you around $4.3. Basically, half of the price you are paying here, like that. Okay, so like that way, prices you can always compare. So just try to practice this EFS volume. I don't want to take more because less people are only there. Okay. So try to complete this EFS volume. My screenshots are here. Okay, everything you can just configure it. Okay. By make sure security group is attached. Make sure you are using the IP address. If you are getting confusion in the IP address, simply you can directly use the DNS also. DNS is so intelligent that they can automatically connect to whatever the IP address they required. And I shown you using the NS lookup command also. Okay.
Yes.
Any question, anything up to here?
No, sir.
Oh, okay then. Okay, then we'll meet in the next class tomorrow. Okay. Till then, just practice up to here. There are
Thank you.
very few people today there, so I don't want to take any topic today. Okay. So yeah, thanks all of you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.